Okay, welcome everyone for the session. And we are going to have like a very powerful point of discussion for today. So, as usual, I want you to make sure that you go ahead, get your books, because if there is something that you are. Okay, welcome everyone for the session. Just. Yeah. So, because the key thing is that while I am talking about things to you, and while we are working on things, there might be some reflections, there might be certain things that would just come your way. And I want to make sure that you write this down in your book, in your notebooks, in your diaries about this whole part of things. Because what we are discussing today is a very, very important topic. And this important topic is going to be helping us. When I say us, it's you, obviously, which will help you to kind of get into deeper aspects. So, once again, welcome everyone for the session. And I'm really glad that you're here today and you chose to be here at this point of time. But before we begin, I want you to hear this very clearly. And what I want you to hear about this is because this is something which is coming in a lot amongst the people that I'm connected with, the students, the clients, randomly talking to people around. And if you are feeling anxious, because a lot of them are feeling a lot of anxiety, they're feeling restless. So if you are feeling that anxiousness, if you're feeling that restlessness, if you're feeling that irritations, if you're feeling heaviness, numbness, if you're feeling overwhelmed or emotionally sensitive, that's very important because when you start feeling all of these things, the first thought that comes to your mind is that, oh my God, what is wrong with me? Why am I feeling so anxious? Why am I feeling so restless? Why am I feeling so irritated? Why am I feeling so heavy, numb? And why am I feeling so emotionally sensitive? If somebody says something to me, I just feel like crying. There are arguments happening. There are what I would say disagreements happening in the family, with friends, with family members, maybe even at workplace. But let me tell you and make this thing very clear to you: there is nothing wrong with you. And I want you to register. I want you to write this also. There's nothing wrong with me. That's what you should write in your diary. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're also not failing at life. But what is happening out here is, which is kind of a very important aspect, is that your nervous system is feeling very tired. And when your nervous system is feeling very tired, you start feeling that you are incapable. So when your nervous system is tired, it's not because you are incapable, but you start thinking that I'm incapable. And that's why maybe all of these things are happening. But because what's happening out here, that when your nervous system is tired, you are trying to cope up with things. You're trying to adjust with things. You're holding on things together and you're functioning for a very, very, very long time without even taking rest. So, if any of these things are happening with you, I just want you to go ahead and write down in the chat window, in the comments window, yes, I am able to connect with this. I just want to read and see the chats around here while you're kind of connected with me. Because if you feel somewhere any of these things are connected, yes, thank you, Preeti, for sharing that. Thank you. Because you know what's happening is that, thank you, Amrita, for sharing it. So in today's session, we're not kind of going to work around fixing you or kind of trying to do certain things, but it is about making your body feel safe again. And when we are making your body feel safe again, it is not about forcing, it is not about analyzing, it is not about any emotional digging of things. And you don't need to believe anything. Yes, you don't need to do anything perfectly. Just sit down or lie down comfortably during this session. And if you're sitting, then make sure that you're keeping your feet touching the ground. And if you need, you can take a back support. You can keep your eyes closed or keep them just gently open while we're going through this whole part of the session. The reason is that your body knows exactly how it can heal when it is not under pressure. And that's what we're going to do here. But before we get into all of these things, the most important aspect, thank you, Urmila, for sharing. The most important aspect, which I want all of you to understand, when we talk that I am anxious, I'm feeling a lot of anxiety, what does that really mean to us? Because unless you, many times we just hear the words and we are like, you know what, I'm too anxious. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety. Or this person is anxious, this person is feeling a lot of anxiety. And sometimes we don't even understand what does that mean for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with first explaining you what it would really mean in terms of the anxiety in a very, very simple way. Of course, you may have your own perspectives of it, but I'm explaining it to you based on what I have seen, what I have experienced for with people while healing. So anxiety is it's not a fear of something which is going to something like bad is happening. Okay. So anxiety is not a fear of something bad happening, but it is the body which is preparing for the danger that is not actually happening right now. And I'll repeat this again. I'll also help you explain it with an analogy. Okay. So anxiety is not something, it's not a fear of something bad is going to happen or bad is already happening. Okay. But it is your body which is preparing for a danger that things will happen, but it is not happening in the present moment. Because that's where a lot of anxiety starts coming in. It's like just imagine that at your home you have a smoke alarm. Okay. Now the job of the smoke alarm is what? That if there is a fire at your home and there's a lot of smoke coming in, the smoke alarm buzzes. It rings. It rings to alert you, it rings to alert people around so that the right set of people come in, support in, the fire brigade comes and extinguishes the fire, and you are safe. Okay, so all of the things are being done. Now the fire is extinguished, nothing is there, but your alarm is still ringing. The fire is already gone, but the alarm is still ringing. And that constant ringing is like that anxiety. So nothing is burning right now, but the system hasn't reset. And that's why that alarm is ringing. And exactly that's what happens in your physical body. So, in the physical body aspect of things, anxiety is when your body is stuck in just in case mode. And I wanted to write this, right? It's very important. It's about that your body is getting stuck in the just in case mode. It's a just in case mode. And now, what this just in case mode would mean. And if you're able to connect, make a note of it because that's what we are going to use during the healings. Just in case something goes wrong, just in case someone just gets upset, just in case if I lose the control, just in case I'm not safe. So, all this just in case something happens or would happen constantly keeps going on in your mind. And that's where your body never fully relaxes. And that is why anxiety feels really very exhausting for most of us or for almost all of us. And and a lot of us think that when we are in that anxiety, we are into that overthinking mode. So, what is the easiest way people tell about us? Oh, you're overthinking. Stop overthinking. Stop overthinking, anxiety just stops. But what I've practically seen is that it's not that easy to just say that stop overthinking. We don't have a switch out here which says like switch off and my overthinking is stopped. But anxiety does not just start in thoughts. The thoughts are the echo of what's happening within your body, not the origin. So, what's also happening around is that anxiety begins when your nervous system stays too long in the survival mode. So, something which is not happening, your system is staying in a survival mode. And when I say survival mode, means you're under constant alert. You're constantly scanning for danger around. You're preparing for the worst case scenarios. So if you feel any of these things, then it's a very close aspect of that you're working or looking out for more of a survival mode. So you're constantly alert, constantly scanning for danger. You're preparing for the worst case scenarios. And here is the major aspect. Many anxious people are anxious even when your life looks fine. Like when somebody talks to you, it's like everything is so fine in your life. Why are you still so anxious? Because your survival mode does not come from the present moment, it comes from the unresolved emotional conditioning. Look at this point and make a note, because what I'm going to explain you further, there would be certain triggers which you may be able to connect, and that's something which I'm going to work with you on healing today. So many anxious people would still be anxious even if their life is going fine in the present moment, because the survival does not come from the present moment. It comes from the unresolved emotional conditioning. So these are your unresolved emotional conditioning aspects that you are going through. And anxiety often develops in people because there are certain triggers, there are certain root causes for people around it. And if you are able to relate with any of these, I want you to make a note of it, because as I keep saying, the more you become aware, the faster your healing is. The faster your recovery is, because you're becoming aware of what's really happening and what is causing it, what is the root cause of it. So if you had to grow up early, which means there are certain aspects in your childhood where you were not able to live your childhood to the fullest, and you had to grow up early because you had responsibilities that you had to take. Maybe you were elder in the house, maybe there was something else that just popped in up and you had to take up the responsibility. You started feeling the responsibility for others' emotions. So if somebody's sad, it's because of me. If somebody's not happy, it's because of me. You probably also did certain thoughts and actions where you wanted to say something, but you stopped from saying. You're like, shh, nothing to say. Because if I say, there is a possibility of fights happening, arguments happening. So it's better to stay quiet so there is peace. So you had suppressed emotions going within you. And doing all of this, people are like, oh my God, you're so strong. And you're like, yes, I'm strong. I'm strong. But deep inside, you are feeling that unsafe expressions. You're living in an unpredictable environment. You started to stay alert just to avoid any conflict. Now, when all of these things are happening in your life, what goes on inside is, which is very, very deep, is that you would be like, you know what, I must be very careful. I must not upset anyone. I must just manage everything. I must stay in control. Now, because you keep saying this all things to yourself that, you know, I must be careful, I must not upset anyone, I must be able to manage everything, I must stay in control, and you're not enjoying that whole process. So, what you've sent a message to your nervous system is that relaxing is unsafe. Because the moment I relax, I don't feel safe. And even rest feels uncomfortable. Even happiness can feel unfamiliar. So if any one of you have felt this at any point of your time, just go ahead and write rest, happiness. Because anxiety here is not a weakness, but it is your overworked protection. You are trying to protect yourself from not being hurt or not hurting others. I know for a lot of you, this might be like, oh, I never thought of this. I thought anxiety was a weakness. Anxiety is something which I'm hurt, not taking care of, but it is your overworked protection, a nervous system that has never learned how to switch off. So, in all the situations that you've gone through, your body starts storing these emotions within your uh, different parts of the body. So, your body remembers everything. Even when your mind has rationalized everything, like, no, everything is fine, everything's okay. But somewhere that fear, somewhere those emotions are stored within your body. And these unexpressed emotions, they don't disappear, they settle into your body. Now, I'll give some examples out here. Like, for example, when you have suppressed fear which you've never expressed, your body starts feeling very, very tight. You sometimes feel very tight on your chest. Sometimes you just feel all of a sudden, you know what, my stomach is feeling very tight. I'm feeling very tight on my chest. Is it something wrong happening? When you have a lot of unexpressed anger, so you're feeling angry, but you're not able to. Then you're like having very clenched jaws, which you're like always doing kind of things. And which is kind of causing a lot of pain out here, a lot of tension in your whole body. And people who have been having a lot of responsibility, you might be feeling a lot of heaviness on your shoulders. Maybe sometimes you're feeling very stiffness on your neck because you're not able to be flexible because of the additional responsibilities that you're carrying. When you feel that your abdominal area, your lower body area feeling more tight, you're probably surrounded by emotional insecurity. And when at times you have a lot of breathing aspects of issues, emotionally, you might be feeling unsupported. So, whatever I'm talking about here is definitely, of course, one disclaimer I want to just make sure that if you're undergoing through any of the medical treatments, please continue with that. Whatever I'm talking about is more from an emotional aspect and an energy aspect. Nowhere it's a replacement for your medical treatments. Your medical treatment needs to go through and let your doctors decide about the medical aspect. But at an energy and an emotional aspect is what I'm explaining out to you so that you can use it more as a complementary aspect to enhance your health, your wealth, your career, your business, your relations, all the areas of your life. So when you have this, all these emotions, fears, anger suppressed, your energy body, your aura also feels very tight. You have very weak boundaries and you start absorbing the stress of others because your energy body is weak. So, how many of times people would have felt that, you know what, when I say something or somebody says to me, I just feel very drained, especially when it's negative because your energy body is weak and you're absorbing all of these things. And that's why you're like, I don't know. Sometimes you're like, I don't know why I'm feeling like this because you're absorbing a lot of things from the environment. And anxiety is not logical. As per my experience, it is also something which is stored emotional and nervous system energy. Yes, you all would be wondering, okay, what is this all about? This is required for you to really understand when we talk about anxiety, what is really happening? What does that really mean? What is happening in my body, in my mind? Is there something that's I should really be connecting with? Because now you understand the concept, you know what possible aspects of things would happen. We are now going to get into the live healing session. So now I want you to go ahead, keep your book aside, keep your pens aside, take a comfortable position. Just take a comfortable position. And as you take this comfortable position, I want you to take a deep breath. Inhale, hold your breath, and exhale. And whatever position you're taking in, just make sure that in this position, your palms are kept facing upwards. So just go ahead, take a deep breath, inhale, hold your breath, and exhale. And now just relax, allow yourself. Because as we move into this live Reiki healing session, of course, you don't need to know Reiki because I'm giving it to you. You don't need to visualize anything strongly. You don't need to control your breath now. You just have to be comfortable. Keeping your palms facing upwards and just close your eyes. Just send a message to your body. It's okay to slow down. I'm open and receptive to the healings. And in all of these healing aspects, one of the things that we're going to do is invoking the divine presence. I invoke the divine presence of the Supreme God, the divine energies, the healing energies to be present here in this moment to heal, to guide, and to protect. I'm always being divinely guided, divinely protected, and divinely healed. Divine healing, divine guidance, and divine protection. It's okay to slow down. 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 Allow yourself to just say, it's okay to slow down. Now, as you slow down, you allow your body to settle. Nothing needs to be solved. Nothing needs to be understood. For the next couple of minutes, you're not responsible for anyone or anything. Yes, for the next couple of minutes, while I'm giving the healing to you, you're not responsible for anyone or you're not responsible for anything. You're safe right now. Allow your body to receive this message. You're safe right now. You're safe right now. Remember, it's not forever, just right now in the present. Let this message gently move to your head. You're safe right now. The message is moving down to your throat. You are safe right now. Moving down to your heart. You are safe right now. Moving down to your stomach. You are safe right now. Your lower abdomen, your thighs. You are safe right now. Gently coming down to your knees, your ankles, and your feet. You are safe right now. With this Reiki energy flowing now, your nervous system begins to lighten up, to soften. It's getting soft, it's getting lighter. Maybe some of you might feel a little heaviness. You may notice a yawn, or maybe a warmthness, or heaviness, or stillness. Whatever you're feeling right now is perfectly fine. These are your responses, and these responses are unique to you. So let that just happen around right now. And all responses are perfect. Allow your shoulders to drop. Your jaw, your facial muscles are relaxed. Your belly is relaxed. Your back is relaxed. If anxiety in any form has been with you for a long time, gently just thank it silently, because this anxiety tried to protect you when the protection was needed. Just say, thank you, anxiety, for being with me. You tried to protect me when the protection was most needed. Thank you, anxiety. You tried to protect me when protection was needed the most. And now you are going to teach to your system a new way. Gently allowing these energies to enter your body. And gently bringing your focus at the base of your spine, allowing the energies to flow gently along with your spine upwards. And you're telling your body that you don't have to stay in just in case mode anymore. You don't have to stay in just in case mode anymore. As those energies are moving from the spine, from the base of the spine, moving slowly up to the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, to your neck, to your head, the back side of the head. And you're just passing on this message. You don't have to stay in just in case mode anymore. Your heart can rest, your body can release and recalibrate. You let go of this just in case what if mode right now. And you're letting go of all of this without any efforts. And just be in this silence while I continue giving healings to each one of you, because I would also be in silence. I won't say anything. I'll continue giving the healings to you for a couple of moments so you can observe, so you can absorb the energies and observe your energies. Yeah. So you absorb and observe, just with your eyes closed, palms facing upwards. It's okay if you just fall asleep or you get into a deep trance. Let the healings reach to each one of you listening to this right now, allowing your body to relax. Just notice how calm you're feeling. This calmness is feeling quiet, grounded, spacious, and neutral. And this is where we are resetting your nervous system regulation. It's not excitement or a numbness, but it's a steady presence. The steady presence, which is your natural state right now. And as you're feeling the steady presence, what you have experienced today is your nervous system responding to safety. This is not imagination, it is your regulation of allowing these energies to heal you at the deeper levels right now. And gently, I thank the energies, I thank myself, and I thank everyone around. I thank the energies of the Supreme God or the Supreme Energy to bless me with peace, calmness, happiness, and joy. Gently say, I'm blessed with happiness, peace, joy, and calmness. I'm blessed with peace, joy, calmness, and happiness. And I thank the divine energies to bless people around with good health, happiness, abundance, joy, and prosperity. And gently coming back to the moment, coming back to the moment, coming back to the moment. Just go ahead, gently rub your palms, massage your face, open your eyes very gently, massaging every part of your body. Let that energies feel in. Let that enter into every part of your body right now. You're feeling it in every part of the body. And what you've experienced today is about the Reiki energy healing to help you release the anxiety and bring that calmness. And if any one of you is interested, this is what exactly I teach in my level 1, where you learn to reset your nervous system. You work towards healing your emotional triggers. You just stop living in just in case mode. So it's of course not a magic, but it's a life skill that you're going to learn. It's kind of learning something where you can switch the alarm off. So if today gave you even one moment of relief, imagine how you would be able to feel when you're able to access this calmness state whenever you need, wherever you need. So if anybody is interested to learn about this, you can just go ahead, send us a WhatsApp message, and we will share the rest of the details. But coming back to this moment, I would like to know, how did you feel? What has been your experience? And if there is something that you would like to share, just go ahead and let me know. Feeling calm. Okay, I just see that. That's awesome.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm powerful, positive, peaceful. I wrote the goal every day.
Thank you. Powerful, peaceful, writing goals every day. Thanks for that, sharing it. And yes, of course, if you want to be in the trance, you want to stay in that moment. Hmm. Yes, that's a very important aspect, Kajal, because one of the comment out here is that I'm feeling more tired after the session because what has happened right now is that we have worked towards releasing a lot of that stress or a lot of that anxiety which is stored within your body right now. So what I want you to do is drink enough water. Like I want you to drink at least a glass of water and just lie down relaxed. Don't get into any doing heavy work, heavy study right now. Just go lie down with your eyes closed and still keeping your palms facing upwards because the energy is still flowing through and there will be a lot of vibrations and sensations that would go through. So the tiredness that you're feeling would eventually go away. But yes, that's one of the symptoms that you may feel where you're feeling more tired. It's like, oh my God, I've done a lot of work. That kind of an experience you might have. So it's absolutely okay. And just allow your body to get healed. Okay, Kachal, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, Urmila. It was calming experience. Thank you, Pratibha. Amazing experience, feeling very calm. Thank you so much. Preeti says lots of heaviness in my neck and pain in the mid back. Yes. So as I said, when you have a lot of heaviness and feeling that stress, part of the things around neck, it's about a lot of responsibility that you have been going through, and also it could also connect with where there are very less or maybe there are areas in your life where things are not so flexible the way you would want to have it. And when it's in the mid back, which is like at the back side, which is kind of opposite to the heart, it is also related to the pent up emotions that are that are stored over there. So if you're feeling that little heaviness around the neck, around the mid back, it's a it's going to be temporary for now because we have tried to pull through and let go of the trigger points of responsibility, trigger points of the past pain, past emotions. So again, I would recommend you as well, Preeti. Drink a glass of water, just lie down with your eyes closed and palms facing upwards. And if there are any emotions that are going to flow through, let them flow. Please do not stop because it's a part and parcel of the healing journey that you're going through. Okay, so let that just be there. Uh, don't stop or block it. So do that, uh, Preeti. Amrita says, during the session, I felt heaviness and pain in the left side on overall body. Now it's gone, but heaviness in chest. That's good. The pain has gone. Heaviness in chest. Chest area is related to with heart chakra. Heart is associated with emotions. Heart is associated with relationships, with self, with others. So again, just try to see, are there any aspects in any of your relationship where you feel anxious, which means just in case situations. If there are any such situations in any relationship where it's like, just in case if this doesn't go wrong, just in case if something goes wrong, just in case if I say something and somebody's upset. So you may feel that heaviness, but allow that part of the emotion to flow through and let it settle down. You'll feel better. But I'm happy to see that there is a lot of shifts of energies and a lot of sensations and experiences that you all are getting, because that's a sign that you are ready to heal yourself and you are ready to bring the changes in your life. So what we did today was a one step, and of course you can keep coming back listening to the recording and letting go of a few of those things. Or if you're looking for any personalized set of the healings, you can come in, connect with me, or if you would want to learn the skill by yourself, we do that too. Yeah. So thanks, Amrita. Thank you for bringing that. That's awesome. Great. Let me see if there is anything more that we have out here. Okay. So in case if you still feel that you would have certain questions or you would need some more information, please feel free to send us a WhatsApp message and I will connect back to you and we'll guide you through it. So, as I said, if you are looking for some personalized healings, please connect back to us. If you want to learn the skill, we teach that too. And if you want to just come back and listen to the recording, you can do that too as well. So, thank you everyone for joining into the session. Take care and have a good rest of the day. Take care. Thank you, Amrita.
Recording stopped.